Petrozavodsk is the city, the main city in Karelia region. Karelia is the region next
Я с ними хорошо провел.
after St. Petersburg, closer to the north. And right now I am on the trip by train. This train is called Arctica, and the main station of Petrozavodsk is this tower. A star at the top. And usually the main station, at least a railway station of almost any city in Russia, it's located in the center of the city. Behind me, you see the historical, I will show you. It's like the monument. The train is the real one. Sorry. Да. С картошкой. А с брусникой? Давай, брешь с брусникой, это самый лучший. Ага, давай. Dear friends, this wagon is the real one, and the sign says that it was built in 1935 in the city called Bryansk, and it was used during the Second World War. And actually the wagon, it's let's say the heroic one, as it used to go and to bring food and other stuff to the blockade Leningrad. So during the Second World War, this wagon was greatly used to save lives of people in blockade Leningrad. Probably you know about the tragedy of blockade Leningrad, as the city, the huge city of Leningrad, was blocked and people were surviving, and they had no food, no warmth, etc. So the wagon is standing near the main railway station in Petrozavodsk, because it was used probably along the railway from Petrozavodsk to Leningrad. Let's proceed to the main station, and hopefully I will show you the railway station and its architecture. I will not go into the square of the city, as the train stop or the interval, it's only 30 minutes, so I have no time to walk around the city. And you see all the people, they are walking along the platform, as it's hot outside and inside the train. The train, the two final stops of it, the Arctic train, it goes to Moscow, and it's the final stop. And the other destination, point of destination, the starting point of destination was city called Murmansk. Murmansk is a big city. Actually, it's not on the White Sea, but I guess it's on the Barents Sea, or maybe I'm not good at geography. my colleagues from rafting, they are walking around, and we are getting closer to the main railway station of Petrozavodsk. Somehow you may recognize the Soviet architecture in the main building, as many of buildings of that time, I mean of the Soviet Union, they have the thin and tall tower at the center, Petrozavodsk station, and the tower with the star on the top. Probably you remember I showed you several times the Stalin's skyscrapers in Moscow, and most of them, they have this kind of top. You see the decoration with the berries, and I guess it's the famous Karelian berry, cloudberry. I will show you the cloudberry later on in short video, and moreover I will show you how the jam of the cloudberry looks like. By the way, I will show you some secret. The secret is through the windows, and you see there is a lake. So after the railway station there is a square, a big square, and after it some avenue, and the straight avenue comes to the big lake, which is situated in Petrozavodsk. The big lake's name is the Onega, and the Onega, it's not only in Petrozavodsk city but also in Medvezhegorsk, small city in Karelia region, and there is one more city called Onega, the same name as the lake. And probably you see the blue color of the Onega lake over there, straight after the avenue. It's hot outside and hot inside, but anyway, it's good to have some walk around, as it's actually not tough, but actually the way from the station where our rafting tour finished to Moscow, it takes almost 30 hours. So we sleep in the train twice for 2 nights, and during one day we go. And by the way, for Russia it's not the biggest destination by train, as for example from Moscow to Vladivostok the train goes 5 or 7 or maybe 9 days, I'm not sure. The train itself, the Arctic, by the way, we have different levels of service in trains, and some of them, they are not the high class, but actually the class of the train, this train is higher than usual. That's why the tickets they cost a little bit more expensive than the train tickets for lower class, but it's not the high class. Anyway, the Arctic train has a beautiful name, Arctic, as it goes to Murmansk, or from Murmansk to Moscow. You see on tableau there is the time. The time says that it arrives in Petrozavodsk at 2:45 p.m. and departs at 11 minutes past 3 p.m. and the time now is 3 minutes past 3 p.m. Again, the main station, ice cream shop, small ice cream shop, and many passengers from the train, they were hurried to the main square, to the grocery shop or to the bakery shop to get something to eat. And this map shows where we are right now. So Petrozavodsk, Moscow, St. Petersburg. So you see, if you go from Moscow to St. Pete to the north and then a little bit to the right north, Petrozavodsk, and then the Kolsky Peninsula. So our rafting tour was taking place in this shore of the White Sea and the Kolsky Peninsula. It is divided in between of Karelia and Murmansk region. And you see, the long way to Vladivostok goes to the other peninsula. It's the Kamchatka Peninsula, and Vladivostok is situated. This island is Sakhalin Island, and the Japanese islands are here. Алло? Я на площади, а что? А, да, хорошо, бегу, да. Давай, бегу. So, dear friends, that was a short reportage from Petrozavodsk and my trip go back to Moscow, and I have no time to come back. Алло. Алло. So I have almost no time to come back to my wagon, to the carriage. I am going on back to Moscow. Thank you if you are getting familiar with Petrozavodsk through my video. Stay tuned and have a wonderful time, either weekend or weekdays. Bye bye from Petrozavodsk, Karelia region in Russia.